Will you prepare yourself for the upcoming inflation, or will you incur losses as the majority of the people? Inflation is never a friend to anyone. During this economic situation, many businesses fail, investors incur losses, and even the average man finds it hard to survive. Yet, some keep getting richer right amid the rising inflation. You can also join the train by applying the right strategies and investing in the right assets. As the saying goes, proper preparation prevents poor performance. To stay afloat during inflation and not incur losses, you need to have adequately prepared for it. If you do not prepare for inflation, you can end up losing all or most of your savings or investments due to the market situation. Some assets have served as a hedge for investors and even ordinary people over the years during inflation. They have the chance of maintaining the value placed on them during inflation and the power to increase in value in a proportion that will match or even will be more than inflation. Investing in these assets will keep your money during inflation. No one wants to lose their hard-earned money. Everyone wants some sort of assurance and security. That is why successful investors turn to these assets because they have what it takes to maintain value and even increase in value during inflation. So what are they? Value investing. Value investing is an investment strategy that involves investing in stocks or companies that appear to be trading for less than their real value. In other words, it means investing in assets that are underestimated. This is the investing model of Benjamin Graham. It was made popular through his book, The Intelligent Investor. Many other investors successfully adopted this method, including Warren Buffett. The two major emotions that control humans before and during inflation are security and fear. The fear of not losing their resources makes a lot of people invest in assets that will keep their money secure. Of course, everyone wants security and assurance of safety. During inflation, the price of everything goes up, and it might be difficult to differentiate things that are truly valuable from the ones that are only pricey during inflation. Warren Buffett advises that investors should look for companies that have the potential to grow and increase in value and buy the shares of those companies. When you buy such shares, you should be ready to hold them for a long time. The value of those companies would become visible over time. By that time, you should already be a big shareholder in the company. So rather than holding your money at the bank during inflation, you should invest it into something worthwhile that will appreciate exponentially over time. Make sure to watch until the end of this video to hear my favorite and the best method to succeed regardless of the economic situation. Gold, silver, or cryptocurrencies. Gold is traditionally known as a hedge against inflation. It has served as a haven for investors over the years. Gold has the potential to sustain the value of your money from one generation to another. Warren Buffett has never liked gold as a means of investing or even a hedge against inflation. He, however, acknowledges the possibility of gold serving as a medium of keeping money during inflation. During inflation, the demand for gold rises, and the rise in demand leads to an exponential increase in its value price. The value of gold is based on its demand. Should you be able to lay your hands on a few pieces of gold now, before the inflation gets to its peak, you should hold on to it and wait for the right time to sell. Because whenever inflation looms, people run to gold, and that is how you can make your money as a gold investor. Gold bullion is a commodity that is not affected by inflation. The price of gold tends to increase during inflation. Ray Dalio, a billionaire and an expert on risk management, once said to sell stocks and buy gold. The value of gold is in the long term. Cryptocurrencies are also known as the new gold. Investing in cryptocurrency can also give you a hedge against inflation, although it does have other risks associated with it. Real estate. Real estate has been and will continue to be a reliable way to beat inflation. When inflation hits, the price of almost everything shoots up. If you have invested in real estate, your property will be worth more than it was when you purchased it. Investing in real estate safeguards the value of your money. Rather than incur a loss, your asset will continue to appreciate. You can increase the rent as the cost of managing the building increases. You can also sell off the building at any time and at any price. Have a diversified investment portfolio. Putting your assets in different places is a way to beat inflation. When the prices keep rising, you can stay ahead of inflation with a diversified investment portfolio. Rather than concentrating all of your investments into the stock market or in the same company, you can invest in different sectors, giving you an advantage over inflation. Don't keep cash with you. Stephen Carrig believes that an emergency fund is key to beating inflation. As true and believable as his suggestion sounds, you must not keep too much cash in the bank. If you do this, your money will lose value regardless of how much interest you receive. If you keep your money in a savings account with a 4% interest and the inflation is at 7%, you are losing 3% value on your money. Putting your money into a venture that provides more return than the inflation rate will help you stay afloat during economic downtime. Certificate of deposits or CDs are also another way you can make money with your money. Locking your money away at a higher interest rate during inflation is preferable to keeping your money in a savings account. The longer you keep your money, the more interest you get. CDs offer a higher interest rate than any savings account. Invest in good businesses. One of Warren Buffett's advice to fight inflation is to invest in good businesses. There are great businesses that have low capital needs. During inflation, these businesses will still be able to cater to their needs with little cost since they do not require high capital for maintenance. They have the chance to do better than businesses that have a higher cost of maintenance. Invest in companies that can raise the price during inflation. According to Buffett, the single and most important criterion in evaluating a business is its pricing power. A business that can increase its prices during inflation has an advantage. The power to increase the price of a product or service rendered will help the business to make up for the cost of production. If a business cannot increase its prices without affecting itself negatively, it will have a harder time withstanding inflation. When you invest in good companies or even individuals that have the potential to make others pay more for the value they offer, you have made the right choice in safeguarding the value of your money. And the point I consider the most important, self-education is the best way to go. The best place you can invest in is yourself. Whether there's an inflation or not, you can only survive when you have the required knowledge. You are either increasing or decreasing in value. And remember, human beings are only willing to pay for what adds value to them. If you keep improving your skills and talents, be rest assured that people will be willing to pay you good money for your service. If you are the best lawyer in town, you can always charge for your services based on your terms and the present economy. Though you have to be the best at what you do to be valuable. Your value will only increase according to how much you invest in yourself. When you improve yourself and your skills, you will be able to charge more for your goods or services. Before thinking of how to invest in other assets, start by improving yourself and becoming better at what you do. Learn a new skill, take new courses, and stay updated. You are the best investment. And here comes the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. See you next time.